Hey, hope you're doing good. So, recently I attended a live webinar on essential skills of agile leaders, and I want to share with you the takeaways that I took from that webinar. So, I'll just share with you all the learnings I had. So, they talked about five essential skills of an agile leader. The first skill is humility, the second is outcome focus, third is flexibility, fourth is system view, and the last skill is acting as a coach. So let's try to delve into these and try to understand what do each of these skills actually mean for an agile leader and how the leader can apply these skills in his day-to-day work to bring greater benefits to his or her team and to the organization. So the first is humility. Humility means being humble. So, these days that bureaucratic and authoritative kind of leadership, it doesn't really work very well. So, if you want to shape up a team who is happy and who goes out of the way to bring amazing results, then you should be humble enough to empathize with that team, and you should be humble enough to understand their problems, to understand their needs. So as a leader, you need to appreciate the strengths and contributions of everyone who works with you, be it anyone within your agile team or be it anyone outside the agile team who is part of your organization. Also, you need to try to promote an environment which is very open towards feedback and ideas. This way you will be able to better understand the needs of your organization and thus will be able to help them rightly. So humility is the number one skill that every agile leader must possess. Let's talk about the next skill, which is outcome focus. The ultimate benefit which agile gives is that it helps in value maximization. So as an agile leader, your prime focus should always be towards the outcome, how you can and how your team can maximize the value. So whatever you guys are working on, you need to ask yourself and your team that what value we are getting out of that work, how is it going to help the business, why we are doing this, and always try to drive the focus of your team towards the product goal or the sprint goal, because that goal is the single reason for why you are working together as a team, why you are communicating with each other on a daily basis, and why you are using a lot of processes and tools. So be outcome focused, right? Okay, let's talk about the third skill, which is flexibility. So you as an agile leader should not be hesitating in trying out new ways of working and supporting experimentation. So you should be flexible enough that you and your team can adapt to changing situations, changing demands of the customer and changing needs of the market. So, and also, flexibility does not mean that you change the entire agile processes, you change the agile principles and values itself. What you need to do is that you need to stay within the boundary of agile principles and values, and within this boundary, you can actually experiment how you work, right? So, that's up to you what works well for you. You need to decide, you need to come up with that, and you can be flexible enough in deciding how you want to do certain things. Also, another important thing is that a lot of times flexibility is confused with always saying yes towards whatever is being asked. So flexibility does not mean that you need to say yes every time. It is also very important that you learn the art of saying no. It's better to be open and direct and saying no rather than making any false commitments and compromising with the quality. So flexibility also means that you should be flexible enough to say yes and no depending upon the needs of the situation. Let's talk about the next quality of an agile leader, which is systems view. So you then your team, and then the department in which the team operates, then your organization, your customer, and ultimately your industry. All of these components are connected with each other and they act as a whole one big large ecosystem. So within this ecosystem, there are multiple subsystems. Like your team is a subsystem, your department is a system, your organization is a subsystem, and these subsystems do connect with each other, do interact with each other, and they are dependent on each other. As an agile leader, you just don't need to be standing within the scrum team or the agile team. Rather, you should be standing outside the circle at such a point from where you can have a broader outlook. So you need to understand how these components in the ecosystem are interacting with each other and how they are getting benefited from each other. You know, whatever your team is working on, every single individual, whatever he or she is working on today, in the long run, it will directly or indirectly create an impact on your customer and on your industry. So you need to have that broader outlook to understand the whole system together and figure out how you can, work towards the improvement of this system as a whole. For example, if you are a scrum master, then you just not need to be only focused on your scrum team. Rather, you have also to be focused on your organization. You need to understand what processes in your organization needs improvement, how you can turn your organization into an agile organization that can help your scrum team, that can act as an enabler for your scrum team. Remember, an agile team in a non-agile organization cannot perform well. So ultimately you have to have the ecosystem point of view to get the better clarity and to help each and every entity involved in turning agile and achieving better results. The last is coaching, right? And trust me, coaching is one of the very difficult art to master. You can still be a good teacher, but becoming a good coach really needs a lot of effort. So as a coach, what you really need to do is that you should not be directly telling the solutions to the coaches. Here you need to just ask the right questions so that the coachee himself or herself can discover the answers. You have to ask such questions that can ignite their minds and they just go and find the answers for themselves. You have to make them that much capable, right? There will be a lot of times wherein you will be knowing the exactly right answer, but you really have to hold your horses and you need to make the coaches go and explore on their own. So that's the art of coaching. So yeah, this was all about the 5 skills of a good agile leader, and I'll just give a recap over here. So the first skill was humility, second was outcome focus, then we talked about flexibility, then we talked about systems view, and finally acting as a coach. So hope this was helpful for you. If you want to become an agile leader, it can be in the form of a scrum master or any other role. So you need to try focusing on these 5 skills, figure out what all the skills you already have, and figure out what all the skills you need to further sharpen to become a good agile leader. Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments. It can be regarding this video, or if you have any questions related to any other aspects of agile and scrum, then also you can ask me in the comments box. Thanks a lot. Thank you for watching.